Hey, good morning there, Facebook fam. This is Big Steve, man. Just want to say, hope everybody doing well this morning. Day above ground is a good day, so my pops used to say. Check me out. Yesterday I was gonna do a video on Alton Sterling, but before I could get my thoughts together, there's actually another brother got shot. Man, and we talking about in less than 48 hours, I think we're gonna have some theme music for this. Another one bites the dust. I mean, for real. But I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna take a different little tack on this. The young lady, Lavish Reynolds, who boyfriend was shot in the car. The brother had a CHL, a concealed handgun license. Now, once upon a time, I asked my uncle, you got your CHL, your sisters and your brothers and all the other ones got their CHLs, and all these cats in their 60s and 70s. I'm like, exactly who you gonna shoot with that gun? You gonna shoot somebody that look like you. You ain't gonna shoot no white person with that gun, because you know that if you shoot a white person with that gun, you going to prison, and your ass is too old to go to prison. When I look at people who have CHLs, it's almost like they don't realize that stuff is attached to their driver's license. It's attached to their name. So when they pull the plates on that car and that car is registered to you, it pulls up all that information. It tells them before they even get to the car that you got a CHL. And in their mind, they say, this is an armed black man or an armed black woman. I have to be extra careful. So, long story short, they're already ready to gun your ass down because they already know you got a gun. Now, having said that, this brother had a CHL. And for some reason in his mind, he thought that, it gave him a certain amount of protections. Well, as you can see, it offers you no protections. And bear in mind, Louisiana is an open carry state. I said from the beginning with Tamir Rice, say, how do you shoot somebody in an open carry state when they got a gun? It's easy. You pull your gun out and you blast their ass. Apparently that's how easy it is, or the ideology behind that. But this is not going to stop. They say it's going to get worse under Donald Trump. It's going to get 10 times worse under Hillary Clinton. Because as you can see, under Barack Obama, it got worse. Under Hillary Clinton, it's going to be 10 times worse. And that's simply because that she don't like niggas at all. I'm going to keep it real with you. She don't like black women. She don't like none of that. Her husband don't. They from Arkansas. Really? And if you don't know what Arkansas is like for black folks, you need to find somebody from Arkansas and ask. All right? So what do we do? That's the question. What do we do? Well, I think it's time for us to tell these preachers for one Sunday, hey, look out, man, God just going to have to miss that 10%. Because we need to put our money into a group of lawyers to go to the United Nations and speak for us. And get some other nations involved with this, man. Get some other white folks involved with it. Because trust me, there are other countries, 10, 20, 30, 40 other countries out there that are sympathetic to our cause. I'm going to show you how jacked up we are, since we like to think we done made it. The Palestinians say we got it worse than them. And Israel is shooting at their ass with tanks. I mean, are we going to have to get to the point where they're shooting at us with tanks before we finally realize the light done came on that, hey, look, we might need to do something about this? Or are we going to continue to sit and well, I'm just going to make it through life till it's time for me to go to heaven. I really, honestly, and folks going to be mad when I say this, but I don't give a damn no more. I just wish you would just go ahead and make that trip to heaven and get the hell out the way and let us get about the business of protecting our sons, our daughters, our wives, and our children. Because we no longer need a guilt complex whenever we feel like, hey man, this is wrong, this shouldn't have happened, damn some marching. You know, it's getting to that point where we either gonna have to have some other nations from the United Nations put the United States in check, in a place, or the alternative is going to be we're going to have to do what every other ally of the United States have done. We're going to have to tear off into their ass. I mean, it's like this video I was watching on YouTube. These two white boys was in the backyard. They were drunk, holding beers and stuff, and this dog was in the corner, man, and they were just beating this dog with a stick. The dog just balled up there, just beating up in the stick, and they just kicking their ass off, turning them up, pouring out, looking, they're beating the shit out this dog. And all of a sudden, it was like the dog. If you watch the dog, you can see him. He go, okay, enough of this shit. And he raised up and he jumped up there and he grabbed that white boy by the arm, drug his ass, and went to work on his ass. Now all of a sudden, the white boy is hollering, "Call the police! Call the police!" And then they put the dog down. See, you the dog. See, you like to think you standing out to the side holding the video. No, you the dog. And until you get up out the ground, until you say, hold up, man. You know, y'all trying to be Judge Dredd, judge, jury, and execution. We gonna hold courts in the street. God damn it, let's let the jury commence. Take your wives and your kids to the gun range. Need to. Teach them how to shoot. Teach them how to operate a firearm. Teach them how to clean it. Teach them how to take care of it. Teach them how to use it. This Christmas, buy your family some bulletproof vests. If you got small kids, buy the inserts for their backpacks, for their body armor. Because I ain't saying that they may get gunned down by the police, but there is a good chance that some white boy may walk into school with an automatic weapon. And I want your kids, like my kids, to come home. And one more thing, before I get out of here, you know, they already talking about, well, we need to have forgiveness for these officers who man, fuck that. Real talk. Ain't no having no forgiveness. You know, me personally, I say, hey, man, we don't want no charges pressed against them. We don't want none of that. I want them going out there and going back and start doing their job. Well, you figure out what happens after that. You know, you can't get them in hiding. All you can do is wait for them to get out there on the world, and then you hold court in the street. Malcolm said a long time ago, man, Malcolm said 40 years ago that this right here was going to happen. Malcolm said it 40 years ago that this was going to happen. And we let less than 1% of us take us to the mountaintop. And 40 years later, we figured out that Malcolm was right. I don't know. But that's my little old 2 cents. Man, y'all be cool. I'm going to upload this on my YouTube channel. Y'all can come check it out over there. So y'all be cool. It's Big Steve. Be cool on your stool. See you when I see you. Peace.